You won't believe how far McDonald's has fallen from grace. What was once America's favorite fast food restaurant, a place where families could get a quality meal for a reasonable price, has become a corporate nightmare that's destroying everything that made it successful in the first place. Here's what's shocking. McDonald's used to represent value, consistency, and the American dream. A family of 4 could eat a filling meal for under $10. The food was simple but satisfying, made by employees who took pride in their work and stayed with the company for years. But today's McDonald's is a completely different beast. Prices have skyrocketed while quality has plummeted. A basic meal that cost $5 10 years ago now costs $15 or more. The food tastes worse, the service is terrible, and the entire experience has become a frustrating exercise in corporate greed. The numbers are staggering. Prices have increased by over 200% in the last decade, while wages have barely moved. They're charging premium prices for food that's gotten progressively worse, served by undertrained temporary workers who don't care about quality or customer service. But the real story is even worse than you think. Behind the scenes, McDonald's has systematically destroyed everything that made them successful. They've replaced career employees with temporary workers, downgraded ingredients to save pennies, and turned their restaurants into soulless corporate machines that prioritize profit over people. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to expose exactly how McDonald's went from America's favorite restaurant to a corporate disaster that's ripping off customers while serving increasingly terrible food. From the price increases that are pricing out working families to the quality cuts that have made their food barely edible, you'll understand why McDonald's is dying and why they deserve it. Before we dive into the disaster that McDonald's has become, let me remind you what this company used to represent. McDonald's wasn't just a fast food restaurant. It was an American institution that embodied the values of quality, value, and opportunity. Back in the day, McDonald's was genuinely affordable. A Big Mac meal cost under $3. A family of 4 could eat dinner for less than $10, making it accessible to working-class families who couldn't afford sit-down restaurants. It was real value for real people. The food quality was consistent and satisfying. The beef patties were made from actual ground beef, not the processed meat paste they serve today. The fries were cooked in beef tallow, giving them a flavor that people still remember decades later. Even the apple pies were made fresh in store. But most importantly, McDonald's was a place where people built careers. Employees started as crew members and worked their way up to management. Many franchise owners began as hourly workers and eventually bought their own restaurants. It was a ladder to the middle class for millions of Americans. The restaurants themselves were clean, well-maintained, and efficiently run. Orders were accurate, service was fast, and the dining areas were comfortable places where families could enjoy a meal together. McDonald's represented the best of American business. Quality products at fair prices with opportunities for advancement. The company culture emphasized training, consistency, and customer service. Employees received extensive training and were expected to maintain high standards. Managers were promoted from within and understood every aspect of the business. It was a system that worked for everyone: customers, employees, and shareholders. Those days are gone forever, and what replaced them is a corporate nightmare that would be unrecognizable to the founders who built McDonald's into an American icon. Let's start with the most obvious problem. McDonald's has become ridiculously expensive while offering less value than ever before. The affordable fast food that built their empire has been replaced by premium pricing for inferior products. A Big Mac meal that cost $2.99 in 2000 now costs over $12 in most locations. That's a 400% price increase in just over 20 years. Meanwhile, the median household income has increased by only about 60% during the same period. But it's not just the Big Mac. Every item on the menu has seen massive price increases. A basic hamburger that used to cost 39 cents now costs over $2. A small order of fries has gone from 69 cents to over $3. Even a simple soft drink costs more than an entire meal used to cost. The value meals that made McDonald's famous have become anything but valuable. The current value menu items cost more than premium meals used to cost, and they're smaller portions of lower quality food. You're paying more for less, and what you're getting is worse than what you used to get for a fraction of the price. McDonald's justifies these price increases by blaming inflation, labor costs, and supply chain issues, but their profit margins have actually increased during this period, proving that the price increases are about greed, not necessity. They're charging more because they can, not because they have to. The impact on working families has been devastating. They used to be where families went when money was tight, a place where you could feed everyone without breaking the bank. Now it's become a luxury that many families can't afford, pricing out the very customers who built the brand. And here's the kicker, they still marketing themselves as affordable fast food while charging prices that rival casual dining restaurants. They're lying to customers about value while systematically destroying the affordability that made them successful. The franchise owners are caught in the middle, forced to raise prices to meet corporate demands while watching their customer base shrink. Many longtime customers have simply stopped coming because they can't justify spending $15 for a meal that used to cost $5. While prices have skyrocketed, food quality has collapsed to levels that would have been unthinkable in McDonald's golden years. Every aspect of their food has been cheapened, processed, and degraded in the name of cost savings. The beef patties are no longer made from real ground beef. They're processed meat products that contain fillers, preservatives, and artificial flavors. The 100% beef claim is technically true, but only refers to the meat portion, not the final product that's been pumped full of chemicals and additives. The famous McDonald's fries, once cooked in beef tallow for superior flavor, are now cooked in processed vegetable oils and contain over 15 ingredients including artificial flavors, preservatives, and anti-foaming agents. They taste nothing like the fries that made McDonald's famous. The chicken products have become particularly problematic. The chicken McNuggets are made from mechanically separated chicken that's been formed into shapes and deep fried. It's barely recognizable as chicken, and the texture is more like processed paste than actual meat. Even the vegetables have been downgraded. The lettuce is often wilted and brown, the tomatoes are flavorless and mealy, and the onions are pre-processed and stored for weeks before being used. Fresh ingredients have been replaced with processed alternatives that have longer shelf lives but no flavor. The bread products are loaded with preservatives and artificial ingredients. The buns contain over 20 ingredients, including chemicals that are used in yoga mats and shoe rubber. You're not eating bread, you're eating a chemical-laden product that happens to be shaped like a bun. The breakfast items have suffered the same fate. The eggs are pre-cooked and reheated, the sausage is loaded with fillers and preservatives, and even the hash browns are processed products that bear little resemblance to actual potatoes. McDonald's has systematically replaced every real ingredient with cheaper processed alternatives. They've turned food into a chemistry experiment, and the results are predictably terrible. One of the most damaging changes McDonald's has made is their shift from career employees to temporary workers. This change has destroyed the quality of service and created a workforce that has no investment in the company's success. In the past, McDonald's employees were career-oriented workers who received extensive training and had opportunities for advancement. Many managers started as crew members and worked their way up through the system. This created a knowledgeable, experienced workforce that took pride in their work. Today's McDonald's relies heavily on temporary workers, part-time employees, and high-turnover staff who receive minimal training and have no long-term commitment to the company. The average McDonald's employee now stays less than 6 months, creating constant turnover and inconsistent service. The training programs that once made McDonald's famous for consistency have been gutted. New employees receive a few hours of basic instruction and are then expected to perform at the same level as experienced workers. The result is constant mistakes, slow service, and poor food quality. The temporary worker model has also destroyed the advancement opportunities that once made McDonald's an attractive employer. There's no career path for workers who are only expected to stay a few months, so there's no incentive to excel or improve. This workforce instability has created a cascade of problems. Orders are frequently wrong because undertrained workers don't understand the menu or the preparation procedures. Service is slow because new employees haven't developed the efficiency that comes with experience. The customer service that once set McDonald's apart has completely disappeared. Temporary workers who know they'll be gone in a few months have no reason to care about customer satisfaction or company reputation. The friendly, efficient service that built McDonald's brand has been replaced by indifferent, often hostile interactions. Franchise owners are caught in an impossible situation. Corporate policies force them to rely on temporary workers to keep labor costs down, but the poor service and high turnover actually increase costs through lost customers and constant retraining. The human cost of this policy is enormous. McDonald's used to provide stable employment and career opportunities for millions of Americans. Now it's become a revolving door that offers no security, no advancement, and no future for its workers. The concept of value that built McDonald's empire has been completely destroyed by corporate greed and short-term thinking. What was once America's best deal has become one of its worst ripoffs. The original McDonald's value proposition was simple: good food, fast service, and low prices. You knew exactly what you were getting, and you knew it would be affordable. A family could eat at McDonald's without worrying about the cost, making it accessible to everyone. Today's McDonald's has abandoned this value proposition entirely. The food is worse, the service is slower, and the prices are higher than many sit-down restaurants. You're paying premium prices for fast food quality, which is the opposite of value. The portion sizes have shrunk while prices have increased, creating a double hit to value. A Big Mac is noticeably smaller than it used to be, but costs 4 times as much. The fries portions have been reduced, but the prices have tripled. You're literally getting less for more. The value meals that once made McDonald's famous are now anything but valuable. A typical value meal costs more than $12, which is more than many people used to spend on groceries for an entire day. The value is purely in the marketing, not in the actual price or quality. McDonald's has also eliminated many of the deals and promotions that used to make eating there affordable. The dollar menu has been replaced with a value menu where items cost $3 to $4. The 2-for-1 deals and family specials have largely disappeared. The breakfast value has been particularly destroyed. A simple Egg McMuffin meal now costs over $8, which is more than many sit-down restaurants charge for a full breakfast. The convenience of fast food no longer justifies the premium pricing. Even the children's Happy Meals have become expensive. What used to be an affordable treat for kids now costs more than many parents can justify spending on a regular basis. McDonald's has priced itself out of the family market that built its success. The loyalty that McDonald's built through decades of providing value has been squandered in just a few years of price increases and quality cuts. Customers who used to visit multiple times per week now go elsewhere because they can't afford McDonald's anymore. The people who should be McDonald's biggest supporters, the franchise owners who have invested their life savings in the brand, are increasingly frustrated with corporate policies that are destroying their businesses and their customers' loyalty. Franchise owners are caught between corporate demands for higher profits and customer demands for better value. Corporate sets the prices and menu items, but franchise owners have to face angry customers who can't understand why their meal costs twice what it did last year. Many franchise owners have reported that their longtime customers have simply stopped coming because they can't afford the new prices. These are customers who used to visit multiple times per week but have been priced out by corporate greed. The franchise owners lose the business, but corporate still collects their fees. The quality issues are particularly frustrating for franchise owners because they have to deal with customer complaints about food they didn't choose to serve. Corporate mandates the ingredients and preparation methods, but franchise owners get blamed when customers complain about the terrible taste and quality. The temporary worker model has created operational nightmares for franchise owners. Constant turnover means constant training costs, frequent mistakes, and inconsistent service. Many franchise owners report spending more time recruiting and training workers than actually running their restaurants. Some franchise owners have tried to maintain higher standards by paying above minimum wages and providing better training, but corporate policies make this difficult. The franchise model is designed around high turnover and low wages, making it hard for individual owners to create better working conditions. The relationship between corporate and franchise owners has become increasingly adversarial. Corporate makes decisions that benefit their bottom line while pushing the costs and consequences onto franchise owners. The partnership that once made McDonald's successful has been replaced by exploitation. Many longtime franchise owners are selling their restaurants and leaving the system entirely. These are people who built successful businesses over decades, but they can no longer make the model work under current corporate policies. Their departure represents a massive loss of experience and institutional knowledge. The franchise owners who remain are increasingly vocal about their frustrations, but corporate seems more interested in maintaining control than listening to the people who actually run the restaurants and serve the customers. The McDonald's customer experience has deteriorated so badly that visiting one of their restaurants has become an exercise in frustration rather than the quick, pleasant experience it used to be. The ordering process has become unnecessarily complicated with digital kiosks that are confusing to use and frequently broken. What used to be a simple interaction with a human employee has been replaced by technology that often doesn't work and creates more problems than it solves. Wait times have increased dramatically despite the technology that was supposed to make service faster. Orders frequently take 10 to 15 minutes, which defeats the entire purpose of fast food. Customers are paying premium prices for slow service and poor quality. Order accuracy has plummeted due to the undertrained workforce and complicated menu systems. It's common for orders to be wrong, incomplete, or prepared incorrectly. Customers often have to check their orders carefully and frequently need to return to get corrections. The dining areas in many McDonald's McDonald's locations have become unpleasant places to eat. Tables are often dirty, floors are sticky, and the overall atmosphere is more like a bus station than a restaurant. The family-friendly environment that once defined McDonald's has been replaced by a sterile, unwelcoming corporate space. The drive-thru experience, once McDonald's competitive advantage, has become a source of frustration. Long lines, incorrect orders, and rude service have made the drive-thru more trouble than it's worth for many customers. Customer service has essentially disappeared. Employees who are undertrained, overworked, and temporary have no investment in providing good service. Complaints are met with indifference or hostility rather than attempts to resolve problems. The mobile app and delivery services that were supposed to improve convenience have created new problems. Orders are frequently wrong, delivery times are unreliable, and the additional fees make already expensive food even more costly. Many customers report that visiting McDonald's has become such a negative experience that they actively avoid it even when it's convenient. The brand that once represented reliability and consistency now represents frustration and disappointment. Beyond the poor value and terrible service, McDonald's has developed serious health and safety issues that should concern anyone who eats their food. The processed nature of McDonald's ingredients means you're consuming chemicals, preservatives, and artificial additives that have no business being in food. The ingredient lists for simple items like hamburger buns read like chemistry textbooks rather than food recipes. Food safety has become a major concern as undertrained temporary workers handle food preparation. Proper food handling requires knowledge and experience that temporary workers simply don't have. The risk of foodborne illness has increased significantly. The nutritional value of McDonald's food has declined as real ingredients have been replaced with processed alternatives. You're getting more calories, more sodium, and more artificial ingredients while getting less actual nutrition. It's empty calories that contribute to obesity and health problems. The cooking methods used at McDonald's create harmful compounds. The high-temperature frying and processing create acrylamide and other carcinogenic compounds that accumulate in your body over time. Regular consumption of these foods increases your risk of cancer and other serious health problems. The portion sizes, while smaller than they used to be, are still too large and encourage overeating. The combination of high calories, high sodium, and addictive artificial flavors creates a cycle of overconsumption that contributes to obesity and metabolic disorders. The marketing to children is particularly concerning given the health risks of the food. McDonald's continues to target kids with toys and characters while serving them food that contributes to childhood obesity and establishes unhealthy eating patterns that last a lifetime. The cleanliness standards at many McDonald's locations have declined along with everything else. Dirty equipment, improperly maintained food storage areas, and poor sanitation practices create additional health risks for customers who are already consuming heavily processed food. The ice cream machines that are constantly broken aren't just an inconvenience. They're often broken because they're not being properly cleaned and maintained. When they do work, they may be dispensing products from machines that haven't been properly sanitized. The water quality used in drinks and food preparation varies widely by location, and many McDonald's restaurants don't have adequate filtration systems. You might be consuming chlorine, fluoride, and other chemicals along with your meal. The combination of poor ingredients, inadequate training, and declining cleanliness standards has created a perfect storm of health risks that would have been unthinkable during McDonald's golden years. The good news is that you don't have to accept McDonald's terrible value and poor quality. There are much better alternatives that offer healthier food, better value, and superior service. Chipotle offers fresh ingredients, customizable meals, and transparent sourcing practices. While it costs slightly more than McDonald's, you get real food made from recognizable ingredients. The portions are larger, the quality is better, and you can actually see your food being prepared. Five Guys serves real beef burgers made to order with fresh-cut fries cooked in peanut oil. The ingredients are simple and high quality, and the taste is infinitely better than McDonald's processed alternatives. Yes, it costs more, but you get what you pay for. In-N-Out Burger, available on the West Coast, proves that fast food can be both affordable and high quality. Their burgers are made from fresh beef, their fries are cut from real potatoes, and their prices are reasonable. They also treat their employees well, resulting in better service. Shake Shack offers premium burgers and shakes made with high-quality ingredients. While more expensive than McDonald's, the food is actually worth the price. The beef is antibiotic-free, the buns are made from real bread, and the overall experience is far superior. For healthier options, consider Panera Bread, which offers soups, salads, and sandwiches made with cleaner ingredients. They've eliminated artificial additives from most menu items and provide nutritional transparency that McDonald's lacks. Local burger joints and family-owned restaurants often provide better food, better service, and better value than McDonald's. These businesses depend on repeat customers, so they have incentives to maintain quality and provide good service. Even grocery store prepared foods are often healthier and more affordable than McDonald's. You can buy a rotisserie chicken, fresh vegetables, and bread for less than a McDonald's meal and feed your entire family with leftovers. Meal prep and home cooking remain the best alternatives for health, quality, and value. Spending an hour on Sunday preparing meals for the week will save you money and provide infinitely better nutrition than any fast food option. The key is breaking the convenience habit and recognizing that McDonald's is no longer convenient, affordable, or satisfying. Better alternatives exist at every price point and convenience level. The root of McDonald's problems lies in a corporate culture that has completely abandoned the values that made the company successful. The focus has shifted from serving customers to extracting maximum profit from every transaction. The current leadership seems to view customers as obstacles to profit rather than the foundation of the business. Every decision is made to increase short-term profits, even when it damages long-term customer relationships and brand loyalty. The franchise model that once created partnerships between corporate and restaurant owners has become a system of exploitation. Corporate makes decisions that benefit their bottom line while pushing all the costs and risks onto franchise owners. Employee welfare has been completely abandoned in favor of cost-cutting. The company that once provided career opportunities and stable employment now treats workers as disposable resources to be used and discarded. Quality control has been sacrificed for cost savings. Every ingredient has been cheapened, every process has been streamlined, and every standard has been lowered in the name of increasing profit margins. Customer feedback is ignored or dismissed because the company believes customers have no choice but to accept whatever they're offered. This arrogance has cost them millions of loyal customers who have found better alternatives. The marketing department continues to promote an image of quality and value that bears no resemblance to the actual customer experience. They're selling a fantasy while delivering a nightmare. Innovation has been replaced by cost-cutting. Instead of developing better products or improving service, McDonald's focuses on finding new ways to reduce costs and increase prices. The company culture has become toxic, with corporate executives making decisions that benefit themselves while harming customers, employees, and franchise owners. It's a classic example of how corporate greed can destroy a successful business. The McDonald's of today would be unrecognizable to the founders who built the company on principles of quality, value, and service. Those principles have been completely abandoned in favor of short-term profit maximization. The trajectory McDonald's is on is unsustainable, and the company faces serious challenges that threaten its long-term survival. The combination of high prices, poor quality, and terrible service is driving customers away faster than they can attract new ones. Younger consumers, who should be McDonald's future customer base, are increasingly choosing healthier, higher quality alternatives. They're willing to pay more for better food and better experiences, which McDonald's can't provide at any price. The franchise model is breaking down as more owners leave the system or go bankrupt. The people who actually run the restaurants and serve the customers are abandoning ship, taking their experience and local knowledge with them. Competition is intensifying from both premium fast casual chains and value-oriented alternatives. McDonald's is stuck in the middle with high prices and low quality, which is the worst possible position in the market. The labor shortage is particularly challenging for McDonald's because their business model depends on low-wage workers who are increasingly unavailable. Better employers are offering higher wages and better working conditions, leaving McDonald's with the least desirable workers. International expansion can't save McDonald's from their domestic problems. The same issues that are driving away American customers, high prices, poor quality, bad service, will eventually affect their global operations as well. The brand damage from years of poor decisions will take decades to repair, if it can be repaired at all. McDonald's has lost the trust and loyalty of millions of customers who may never return, regardless of future improvements. Unless McDonald's makes dramatic changes to their pricing, quality, and service, they will continue to lose market share and relevance. The golden arches that once symbolized American success may become a symbol of corporate failure. Look, I've just exposed how McDonald's went from America's favorite restaurant to a corporate disaster that's ripping ripping off customers while serving terrible food. The company that once represented value, quality, and opportunity has become everything that's wrong with modern corporate America. But you have the power to change this. Stop rewarding McDonald's for their greed and incompetence. Take your business to restaurants that actually care about quality, value, and customer service. Vote with your wallet for the kind of businesses you want to see succeed. If this video opened your eyes to how far McDonald's has fallen, smash that like button right now. It helps more people discover the truth about what this company has become and why they don't deserve your money. Drop a comment below sharing your own McDonald's horror stories. Have you noticed the price increases, the quality decline, the terrible service? Your experiences help other viewers understand why they should avoid this corporate disaster. Share this video with anyone who still thinks McDonald's is a good value or a reliable choice. Your friends and family deserve to know that there are much better alternatives that offer superior food, service, and value. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more exposés about companies that have betrayed their customers and abandoned their founding principles. McDonald's isn't the only corporate giant that's lost its way. Remember, every dollar you spend is a vote for the kind of businesses you want to see in the world. Stop voting for companies that treat customers like garbage and start supporting businesses that actually deserve your money. The question is, are you going to keep rewarding McDonald's for their greed and incompetence, or are you going to demand better? Your wallet is your voice. Use it wisely.